What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, CR Sports Analysis. Today, we got a quick 4 games that I'm going to get to you for NBA today. Player props, player analysis, and I'm going to give you my predictions and which way I'm leaning towards. Before we get into that, for our video yesterday, we got the recap. We hit every bet except one, Sacramento money line. They lost to Washington. That's a bummer. But everything else came through, man. We had 2 DMPs. Jokic didn't play or Brown. But Boston money line, that came through. Boston money line came through. Hunter, Mitchell cashed. Hunter went over 11.5. Same thing with Giannis. Our main picks, over 5.5 points and over 4 rebounds. Pretty easy cash. Davis came through. Thompson, Hardenstein, SGA. OKC came through with a dub. Indiana money line came through, and Houston money line. Pretty overall solid day yesterday. I wish we had another sweep, but it's all right. We just got one that didn't go through. So let's get into the bets that we have today. Start off, Milwaukee at Philadelphia. Have Giannis for 20 points and 8 to 10 rebounds. So we start off. Milwaukee at Philadelphia is an 11.5 spread. Probably going Milwaukee way. Philadelphia is just too injured. Giannis is probable for today. Only thing that scares me a little bit about Milwaukee money line is because they're 16-20 on the road. So maybe go Milwaukee. Maybe go Philadelphia plus 11.5 or Milwaukee money line. For that game, like I said, we have Giannis for 20 and 8 rebounds. Let me show you the 8 rebounds first. So for 8 rebounds, it's pretty cool. I like him because, as you know, my favorite trend, he's never went back-to-back games all season without getting 8 rebounds. So we like that. And then if we go Giannis for 20, as we can see, pretty short-handed Philadelphia team. Nobody on their team should be able to stop Giannis. And fun fact about Giannis Antetokounmpo is that he's gotten over 20 points in every single game he's played Philadelphia since 2021. So we can ride for him for 20 today. We see on the road he's 25 or 28 on the season. Only went 3 games where he did not cash. So if you want to be conservative for him today, because it might be a blowout, you can go Giannis 15. But I do like him for 20. Next game, looking at Memphis at Miami. Now this is a game that I want Miami to win. I do think Miami can beat Memphis today. They're 18-19 at home and 19-18 away. Memphis is 7-3 against them and against the spread in their last 10. But as you can see, they won 2 games, they lost 2 games, they won 2 games. So hopefully we can turn that around. Memphis is 2-8 in their last 10 games. Miami is 6-4 and 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games. So I may be thinking going Miami money line or plus 4.5 for Miami. Injury side of things, Wiggins still questionable. Kevin Love still questionable. Didn't really have too much player props in that game as well. We have Davion Mitchell over 1.5 assists. Bam Adebeyo for 10 to 15 points, 15 for value. 6 to 8 rebounds, 8 for value. And then we had Tyler Hero for 15 points. Pretty much, let me get into that Davion Mitchell pick. I'm not sure if this line is off or what's up with this line, but 2 assists is way too easy for a backup point guard, if I'm just being honest. Oh, okay. So maybe they ended up changing it. Davion Mitchell. Okay, so they had his assist at 5.5 on here, and then they ended up changing it because it was 1.5. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but if it's 1.5 on the books, I would take it. If it's not, there's no need to get into that. But Bam Adebayo, 10 to 15 points, 6 to 8 rebounds. We do like Bam for his rebounds today. The reason I say this, his line is at 8.5, so we do like him for 6. He's never gone back-to-back games all season without getting 6 rebounds. So we do love that. 10 to 15 points as well for him. Let's get to him or his points. His line is at 20.5. He had 18 points against them last time. If you look at him for 15, he's 100% head-to-head. At home this season, he's cashed this line in 24 out of 37 home games and 21 in his last 30 games. If you look at home versus Western Conference teams, he's cashed this in 9 out of 14 games at home and 21 out of past 30 games. If you look at on a Thursday, however, he's never gone back-to-back games in his last 14 games at home on a Thursday without getting 15 points. So we do like that trend. If you want to take him for 10, that would be good as well, just for the extra slip on a parlay, add a couple cents. It is what it is. Bam Adebayo for 10 to 15. We also had Tyler Hero for 15 points actually. Let me show you Tyler Hero real quick. We'll be moving on to the next game, Minnesota at Brooklyn. If you can find Tyler Hero, let's see. Memphis is 25th ranked in defense regarding the shooting guard position. As we see, Tyler Hero, bump him down. Keep going, keep going. Boom, 15 points. 71% against Memphis. Last game he had 8 against them, but he's never went back-to-back games without getting 15 against Memphis. And as we see, his last 30 games, he's hit this in 25 out of 30. And on the year, he's hit this in 66 out of 73 games. If we look at him at home, just jumps up. It's 94%, hitting this in 33 out of 35 home games this year. Like I said, 100% head-to-head. And he's hit this in 29 of his last 30 games at home. So we do like Tyler Hero 15, pretty much self-explanatory. Throw it on a parlay. Also about this game, the reason why I do want to get to Miami, we do see Memphis has the better offense, averaging 122 points per game, but Miami has the better defense in allowing around 109 points per game, while Memphis allows around 117. So if Memphis can, if Miami can give Memphis a run for their money on defense, I do believe that Memphis points allowed per game will come into factor with Miami's offense. Now, I know they don't have a better offense than Memphis, but they have a better free throw percentage and a better assist to turnover ratio, barely. Now we know Memphis does get the board a lot. They average more rebounds than Miami, but I just think since Miami only allows 109 points per game versus Memphis allowing 117, and I do think that Memphis can get to Miami. I'm sorry, I was getting a call. Okay, so we got Miami at Memphis. The next game we're looking at is Minnesota at Brooklyn. You probably want to go Minnesota money line. Julius Randle 10 to 15 points. Anthony Edwards 15 to 20. Let's get into that real quick. All right, so looking at Anthony Edwards, 15 to 20 points. His line is at 25.5. We like him. Let's see, for 20 points, this is his stats. He's hit this in 5 out of 6 games versus Brooklyn, 59 out of 73 on the year. He's never went just 3 games in a row on the season without getting 20 points in that fourth game. Look at him away, jumps up to 83% in 30 out of 36 games. If you want to take Anthony Edwards for 20, you can. 15 just to get him on there. Same thing with Julius Randle. His line is at 17.5, so you can bump him down for 15 for value, assuming that he keeps going 100% every single game he plays Brooklyn. He's gotten over 15 points, 9 for 9. On the season, he's hit this line in 49 out of 63 games. And last 30, 22 out of 30. If we see his away stats, it jumps down a little bit, 23 out of 32 games away. But take off the filters. Last 10, his usage has been up 20% plus. At minimum 20%. His minutes at minimum 19. Now, we see in away games, what we do like on a Thursday, he's 100% every game this season on a Thursday. And he's hit this line in 20 out of his last 22 Thursday games, 15. So not Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, 10 or 15 points, 15 for value. Same thing with Edwards, 20 points for value. Next, we got Golden State at the Lakers. This is the game of the day. I do like this game prop-wise and just to watch as a fan. Let's go over Jimmy Butler. 10 to 15 points today for Jimmy Butler. Pretty big game. He's hit 15 points in 5 out of 6 games against the Lakers. He's hit this line in 18 out of 30 games this season. In his last 30 games, we look at him versus Western Conference teams. He's hit this line in 14 out of 21 games. Now, if we look at Jimmy Butler on Western Conference teams away, let's see what that looks like. Bump him down to 15. Away versus West. This jumps up to 6 out of 8. And then another fun fact about Jimmy Butler. On a Thursday, just on a Thursday period, we see he's hit this line in 22 out of his last 30 Thursday games and 3 of 7 this year. So, probably can go down to 10, but if you see 1 day rest on a Thursday, he's hit this line in 2 out of 3 games this year. So, kind of like his stats for 1 day rest, but I don't really want to sweat it out. 15 for Butler. I know Butler's very, very capable of getting 10 points. So, 10 points, I like that. His last 10 games, he's hit this line in 9 out of 10. Next, we're looking at Steph Curry for 15 to 20 points. Now, I know that sounds easy, but you never know. Steph Curry he's hit this line of 20 points in 17 out of 18 games versus the Lakers. That's pretty good, so he probably will get over 20 points today. If we look at him in away games, he's hit this line in 24 out of 33 away games and 22 out of the past 30. Away games versus West, same thing, 22 of the last 30, 14 for 21. If we look at on a Thursday, that's what he looks like this season on a Thursday versus away team on away. 1 day rest. We see he's hit this line in 14 out of 19 games. The reason why I go down, 15, because I don't really want to sweat. I like seeing green. So Stephen Curry 15 points probably will be what we go for today. Pretty easy for Steph. 15 to 20. We got Luka Doncic for 20 and Austin Reaves for 10 to 15 points. First, let's look at Luka Doncic. His line is at 28.5. Every game versus Golden State, he's dropped 20 points, so we do like that. Probably take Luka for 20 today. Austin Reaves, 10 to 15 points. Let's get into him. His line is at 19 and a half. These are his stats head to head. If you look at versus, all right, we're going to go to his last 10 usage is at 14 at minimum. He's been playing over 30 minutes a game, so we're going to put him at 30. And now he's only went one time this season when he's went back-to-back games without getting 15 points. If we look at home, we like that as well. If you want to take 15 points for value for Austin Reaves, you can. If not, take him for 10, pretty much guaranteed. He set this line in 5 out of 5 home games versus Golden State. He also had 26 the first time he played him, 16 the second, and 23 the third time he played him. So we do like Austin Reaves for 15 today. 10 points will just be to go on a parlay, just to add a couple cents. And the last pick that we do have today is my moneymaker, LeBron James. LeBron is very consistent with getting trends in his lines. So we're looking at LeBron today, 15 to 20 points. 20 points, he set this line in 24 out of 30 this past 30 games. If we look at him at home, he set this line in 22 out of the past 30 and 22 out of the past 31 games at home this season. We look at him on a Thursday at home. He set this line in every single game that he's played this season at home on a Thursday. If you just look at on a Thursday this year, he set this line in 8 out of 10 Thursday games and 23 of his past 28 Thursday games. Now he has got a 2-day rest. If you look at him, with a 2-day rest this season, he's hit this line in 6 out of 7 games. And notice how he's gone over 15 points in all of these. So we like LeBron for 15 to 20 points today. Let's see his 15 points right here. He's never gone just. Let's see. In home games this year, he's only gone under one time, cashing in 30 out of 31 home games in 29 of his past 30 games. Head to head, he's cashed this line at home in every single game but one, 16 for 17, sitting at 15 points. Now, my pick of the day again is another LeBron James over 1.5 threes made. Now, the reason I do like this is because at home in his past 30 games, he's only had one game where he just had 2 where he didn't go over the next. And it's always the first 2. So if you look at the first 2, he went over. The second 2, he went under. The first 2, over. Second 2, a little sketchy. Second 2, a little sketchy. The first 2 right here, he did go under. But trend remains true. First 2, boom. Second, and then first right here, if you understand me. At home, he's hit this line in 8 out of 9 games. He has 6 threes against Golden State. The last time he played them, pretty much a lot of threes. If you look at home versus Western Conference teams, he's hit this line in 13 out of 18 games and 20 out of his last 30. If you look at on a Thursday, this year he's hit this line in 5 out of 6 games at home on a Thursday and 13 out of 18 of his past 18 home games on a Thursday. 2 days rest at home. He's hit this line in 3 out of 4 games. Now, if you want to take LeBron on a straight bet for over 1.5 threes, you can. If you want to just take him for 0.5, you can as well. I do like him for 1-3. 1-3 should be pretty free for him. LeBron can definitely give you 1-3. And on the statistical side of things, we see that Golden State allows a lesser amount of points versus, all year versus, LA allowing around 112 versus Golden State allowing 110. They both average 113 points a game. The Lakers have a better field goal percentage, 47 compared to Golden State, 45. LA allows around 46% field goal percentage, and Golden State allows around 46, the same. 3-point percentage, Lakers allow 35%, to Golden State 36, something to keep in mind. Free throw percentages, Lakers are a better free throw shooting team. The Lakers can get to the free throw line more than Golden State tonight. I do like the Lakers money line just because it's hard to go against LeBron, Reaves, and Luka. It's hard to go against them people. If Curry has a great night and Jimmy Butler, I can't see Golden State taking this one, but I do see that big three outpowering Golden State tonight, as you see on the stats. Now, Golden State does have a better steal average than the Lakers. They average around 9 steals versus the Lakers 7. But I do want to kind of take Lakers side of things today. Pick of the day would be LeBron James. Maybe you can just do him for 1-3 instead if you want to take him for, something slight. But yeah, man, this is all I have for today. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Share the video. Follow me on Instagram at cr.bets_. I post all my slips there. I post my slips from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern time daily. So if you want to go over there and get the parlays, my parlays of the day and my play of the day, you can find that all there for free. I do not charge for picks, and none of this is financial advice. So I hope you guys have a good day, man. Peace.